Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with another box set book review, so to speak. And this is Craft Recordings. And for fans of the Stax Soul label, you are going to want to have a copy of this. This is written in their soul, the Stax Songwriter Demos. Before I tell you a bit more about it and what I think about it, let's have a look inside. So this is written in their soul, the Stax Songwriter Demos. And I'll show you the bit of blurb that came with this before I go through it. This was stuck to the back of their box. And it says here that the celebrating songwriters and the songwriting of the legendary Stax Records, a 7 CD set featuring 146 songwriter demos and arrangements from the historic Stax Record Studios with 140 previously unreleased, featuring recordings by the staple singers Carla Thomas, William Bell, Eddie Floyd, Homer Banks, Bettye Crutcher, Rufus Thomas, Frederick Knight, Booker T. Jones and more. 50-page book with rare photographs from the Stax archives, plus liner notes from Stax Record Emmy Awarding winner Deanie Parker and Emmy and Grammy Award winner Robert Gordon. And on the back of that sheet you've got all the tracks, but I'll show you inside the book. It's a great design, this. It's a bit like the Judy Zoot one, which I reviewed a while ago. So as you open up, you have the book itself, and it's great having in this hardback kind of design as well. The font's great, Cheryl Pulaski there from February 2022, and gives you all the information where the tracks are from. Some great photographs, a great story, goes through the whole history of the label and these tracks, as you'll find on these CDs. Absolutely put together as a labour of love. Lots of wonderful things in here. Absolutely treasure trove of music and words and photographs and memorabilia from the time. And then we move into the section where the discs are, and you've got all the discs are here, and they're housed in this top system where they just click into place, which I really like this design. So on the back it will talk about the tracks that are on there, give you a little bit of a summary, and as you can see, it's absolutely packed with music on each one of them. As you go through each one, there's 7 discs in all, and absolutely superb, which I'll talk about in more detail when I go into my summary. But that is a wonderful box set from Stax Records, from Craft Recordings, written in their soul. So there you go. Stacks of tracks. The Stax Songwriter Demos, written in their soul. 146 songs, of which 140 have never been released before. Demos. Some people think, demos, it's going to be fairly rough. They're not. These were, imagine the world of Stax, Tamla Motown, Philadelphia music. You know, all the artists wanted songs, they wanted to have hits, and so many of them didn't write their own material. And so there was literally a whole army of staff writers, many of which have become very famous, writing away, and they were going to the studio, and if it was a male writer writing for a female star, he would pretend to be the woman in the song, which sounds weird when you hear some of these, but it would be recorded literally to the point where it sounds like all they had to do is drop in the artist vocals and they were done and dusted. You know, the production was immaculate. There's about probably 1 or 2 which have a kind of demo type feel, but all the rest, all the other 144, sound as if they were done for a specific artist. They are immaculate. And if you are a fan of Stax record label, or soul music, soul, R&B, or 60s, 70s music, you know, there's a lot for rock fans to like here, I feel, because you're listening to voices, and there's something about listening to the original songwriter interpret the song. Well, they don't have to interpret the song because they wrote it. So they've chosen, they're what can I say? It's their heart the song is coming from. It's their imagination the song is coming from. They might have been said, you know, could you try and write a song for this artist or whatever? But what they put together came from them. and you're hearing the person who created the music sing it. And I always think it's a bit like Meatloaf was a great vocalist, but there was something about listening to Jim Steinman sing those songs that gave them a different edge. That might be a strange comparison, but there is something again about listening to these people who wrote for soul classic artists and hearing what they could do, the rawness of it, the emotive feeling behind it that makes this a fantastic box set for any collector of this style of music. And I love the design. I love the design you've just seen. I think it's fantastic. It's a weighty tone. It really is. It's out now. It's Craft Recordings. They've done a fantastic job. And if you're a fan of Stax, as I said, you'll just love it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Please subscribe and support me by becoming a patron if you can. And remember, music is the healer and the doctor. Stay safe. Keep spinning those discs. And I shall see you on my next video.